A fresh Proxmox cluster is accessible from your entire LAN with just a password. Convenient to start, a liability for anything real. This guide locks it down the SSH keys, the firewall, the web UI, and the audit that proves it worked. Hardening happens in a specific order. Add your SSH key and disable password login. Enable the firewall with a default drop and explicit allow rules for your subnet. Switch from root to a dedicated admin user. Enable two-factor on the web UI. And keep the system patched with unattended upgrades. Order matters. Always keep a fallback. Start with SSH keys. Generate an ed 25,519 key on your workstation. Copy the public key to the node with copied. Test that key login works. This is critical. Only then disable password authentication. The Proxmox web console stays as a fallback if anything goes wrong. Now disable password SSH, but safely. Create a hardening config with password authentication, no and permit root login prohibit password. Make sure your key is in authorized keys first. Rest SSH. If you lock yourself out, the Proxmox web console is always there as a rescue path. Next, the Proxmox firewall. It's built in and off by default. Enable it at the data center level with a default input policy of drop. Then add explicit accept rules. SSH on 22, the web UI on 8006, and corosync ports for cluster nodes. Everything else is blocked. Enable per node, then per cluster. Lock the web UI and the base system. Enable two-factor authentication, TOTP, on your admin account. Create a dedicated admin user instead of using root daily. Install unattended upgrades so security patches land automatically. And consider a proper TOS certificate to replace the self-signed one. Finally, verify your hardening actually worked. Confirm password SH is refused. Check the firewall is active and dropping. Confirm two-factor is enforced. And scan for open ports. Only 22, 8006, and cluster ports should answer. If the audit passes, your cluster is locked down. Your cluster is now hardened. Key only SH, a lockdown firewall, two-factor, and a clean audit. It's ready for real workloads. Next up, creating your first virtual machine from ISO to guest agent. Full hardening guide with every command is linked below. See you in the next one.